Yo, 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 what's up, my homie people? It's Christopher Thomas coming at you with another webcam video. Straight schizo. There's a lot of things in my mind I want to divulge and disseminate. Uh, how to do it all at once. And is it the moment right now to do so? I don't know. So I clicked record. This is going to be one video. What can I say in one video? And why? Why? Why do I talk to a webcam? It's a curious question. And another even curious question is who watches them, right? And like, what is this social media all about, right? Look, the other day I typed in my own name into the search thing on just searching accounts on Facebook. I typed in my own name. I came to this one page. It had my name, but it had the last name spelled the way that my name is always, my whole life, mispronounced. So there's an extra EH in my name, but my whole life, and this is like a generational thing, this goes back before me even, our name, Kelleher, is just, for some reason, people are unable to read it, and they just see it, and they just say Keller. It's Kelleher, but they always say Keller. Like my grandpa, he got so tired of his name being mispronounced, he started, like, he was a rich banker, and when he went out to restaurants and was on the waiting list to get a table, and you have to put your name, he stopped bothering putting his real name because they always say it wrong. So he would just put his name as King. So then they would say like King, whatever. Point of this is I looked up my name on the social media just to search my name because what was I? Oh yeah, I was prompted to do that because I had scrolled and I came upon a post talking about something of the sort of like digital cloning. Which is nothing new, but a lot of these things that have been around for a while are becoming ever more advanced and they're getting out of the box and the bag, you know? So the cats are getting out of the bags and humanity is right in the middle of this really crazy mix-up. But this idea of digital cloning, like your social media profile, whatever it is, everything that you've ever posted can be just like duplicated easily. I guess in whatever reason I saw that post and I was like, let me just look my name up for whatever reason. Yeah, so I found this account. It was my last name spelled the way my real name is mispronounced. And it was such a weird account. And I'm like looking at it and there was no real pictures. It was all pictures of this particular actor. And then I was looking at their friends and this guy's like wife and stuff. And like looking at the friends list and the names and the profiles. And they're all so weird, and then I click into all of them. Not all of them, but like a lot of them. I was clicking into them. I'm like, my spidey sense is telling me that all these profiles are like fake. Right? They're not real people. Okay? So if they're not real people, who are they? Right? So you got these things in the sky in New Jersey, where I live. And then you've also got these things on the computer. We don't know what they are. But we're 3 minutes and 48 seconds into this video. And I have a lot of points I want to make, and I'm not making it yet. Because what I really need is like to be able to ramble for a couple hours. But then why would I do that? And the other thing is that when I make these and put them on the internet, then I have to sit with myself like, okay, now my words and replication image is being broadcasted out to an unknown amount of other awarenesses. And like, so that goes back to me questioning the viewers of my videos because I notice when I post things through the years is that like any one video can get like several hundred views. And I don't know what constitutes a view, but I'll get several hundred views and less than 10 reactions, right? And they tend to be the same few names repeatedly. But I do have over 3,000 friends, and I do have over 3,000 followers. And if there's 6 degrees of separation, I think 3,000 is a good a bit. You know, I don't have as many followers as Elon Musk, or Donald Trump or freaking little Snoop Dogg or whatever. But oh yeah, that's the point of a lot of these videos, is that I'm like a real scientist, and I've been doing some real scientific science for many years, ever since I got out of school. But actually, my scientific journey started in school, even, but that was just the early days. But the point of it is that you got Elon Musk, richest man in the world, so called scientist. Then you've got all these other people with lots of money in the world. Um, and I'm gonna just have to just say that I think I'm smarter and wiser than them all. But I don't have the capital, right? Now I'm just like sitting here, my science, and I've been making scientific discoveries, and I've figured out lots of ways to cure all the diseases and ailments of the world extremely cheaply. And I figured out protocols and ways to do about it. And like, yeah, if you're on the internet, you've probably seen a lot, increasingly more so, a lot of people saying the same thing, offering courses and selling this and selling that, and all these different retreats and workshops and all these different modalities, and all people saying this, and all these healers and things of that. And like, yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's a little bit different. And it's a little bit realer and truer. Yeah, that's what I like to. I definitely have a PhD in, is being real and true, for sure. I actually have a bunch of I have a bunch of fucking credentials and stuff. I have a bunch of like people are into that, but all my credentials, all my diplomas, they're not physical, hanging on a wall. You gotta like eat some mushrooms to see them, right? So like you can't see the medals on my suit, but I got a bunch of them. And that's not to toot my own horn. I'm just trying to say is that like this world right now trusts a lot of entities and forces and authorities based on certain titles, right? PhD. This guy went to school. He went to indoctrination camp, and he memorized enough to pass the test, and now he practices what he learned. Is he really a doctor? Is he really a scientist? Right? Me, I know for sure scientifically that I'm definitely a scientist, doctor. I'm definitely a yogi. I'm definitely a mystic. I'm definitely a real shaman. And it's like, I just gotta say these things out loud because at some point I just gotta, right? Because this world is going through a transition, right? And a lot of people, many humans, have to work. And a lot of the work that humans do is not actually working towards their greatest good, be it the personal self or the collective everyone, right? To whereas, like, we have the means and technology, and supposedly we should have the intelligence to say that, like, why isn't all the bread and all the water and all the wine good, right? See, this is another thing that I woke up today. Besides thinking about how much smarter than Elon Musk I am, I was also thinking about how, right, when you become a person who's waking up, a big part of waking up is food, diet, and nutrition, right? Now this is the amazing conundrum that it's a perplexing, it's just crazy to contemplate, right? Is that at the root of just about all human disease, it's what they choose to consume, right? And when you do some homework and investigation, you discover that just about the great majority, like more than 90% of the products on a supermarket shelf, they are in fact toxic and poisonous, and they're not really actually fit for human consumption. Even though all these humans are consuming them, they're not fit for human consumption. They have chemicals, they have ingredients that are just foul and filthy and not good for a human. But the craziest fucking thing about this whole thing is that the fucking poison is written on the fucking label. Goddamn, the American population has self-poisoned themselves en masse. Like, and not like they just unknowingly ate this shit. They've bought it for years, and it's printed on there exactly what's in it, and they've been unable to read that and say, let me investigate just a little bit. Look, I know I'm a slave with wage. I'm a wage slave. I have no time to study, no time to think. I hardly have any time to touch my toes, let alone breathe about it. But man, if I'm going to have a favorite food and I'm going to eat it all the fucking time and spend the money at the supermarket, and then I'm going to complain at the cashier all the time like, oh, the price is so much, the president and the economy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Meanwhile, me, the scientifical scientist, has like been doing some science, and I've been like, damn, all the healthiest, realest, purest, goodest, truest material that a human can consume, is just like abundant as fuck on this earth, and it's easily replicatable, right? So it's like what humans truly need, all the true needs, which is mostly actually just boils down mostly to leaves, water, and fruit, right? Fungal, sugary from a tree, fruit, herbs, leaves, grains. Just like, I mean, like the whole system has to be fixed up, right? But like all the fixes are like simple tweaks and adjustments. And a lot of the fixes are just like looking at how we produce and do everything, be it from the production of food to everything involved in food and then everything that comes after it. You know, okay, you eat your food, what is a human doing with the energy that they have just supposedly shoveled their fucking money and mouthful, you know, to get, right? So what is a human doing with all this shit? And why? And so why, though, if a human is to live and a human is to choose, you know, how long do we, like, or why even do we make inferior choices, right? Like, why don't we just have, like, all the cars are the best, right? You know, why do you have 50,000 different types of bread on the supermarket shelf and none of them are fucking bread, right? Or why do you have like multi-million billion dollar pharmaceutical industries when actually some of the most powerful, effective medicine is just like free? Literally, right? And everything I'm saying right now is just regurgitation. It's all been said a lot more, many times than this. I'm just recapping, all right? Because there's more to it all. I'm trying to weave something. See, my trouble with trying to enunciate what I want to express is that I'm really trying to weave a really massive tapestry together that's well beyond any of the words I'm saying, you know? And there's just like a lot of different threads to this whole thing, you know? Because a human, I see as a scientist, what do I study, right? So I've been studying myself. I've been studying consciousness. I've been studying biology. I've been studying chemistry. I've been studying fucking agriculture. I've been studying fucking magic and alchemy and all types of shit like that. Like legit, like motherfucking people. Oh, I'm graduating from school. I just spent all these years studying this goddamn thing, and I got a credential. Okay, whatever, cool, man. Let me tell you something. What I've been up to. I've been doing something similar. I've been studying. What I've been studying, I've been like studying leaves. I've been learning how to talk to animals and bugs. I've been learning how to commune with the spirits. I've been like very consistently, diligently for a long time now have been burning a lot of fire. So I also study fire, combustion, I study wood, I study the dynamics of that. That's another point, a whole other video. Like I've got a lot of videos to make, a lot of things to ramble about. Because I'm also a free agent, right? I'm just doing the scientist, just pure scientifical, just to be the best scientist ever. I've not got any agendas hidden. No one's paying me out, buying me this or that. Almost everything I've discovered can be just fucking just blown up to massive proportions for like no money at all. Matter of fact, I think I figured out some things that can make money irrelevant, can make suffering on Earth as a human irrelevant, and just can make the world a better place. So, you know, one video at a time, but again, you've got algorithms and you've got lack of attention spans or just basic inability to even really have like an idea, like, you know, what's really possible, even what's going on, right? So then, like, that's the other thing in my shit is like, okay, for like well over 13 years now, let's just say, all this shit been going on for a long time. Not only that, but I've also been trying to fucking figure out what the fucking deal is with this life, right? So all the huge existential questions that most commoners, lay people want to just like forget about that and just do their 9 to 5 and rinse, repeat. All these big questions, those have been like my focus, right? So I took the existential crisis and I said, well, let me hang out in here. Let me not just get past an existential crisis. Let me make my whole being an existential crisis, right? And let me study the nature of myself and consciousness and like my position and place in it. And then, like, what one thing you might discover if you do the same is that this world is made up of patterns. So then, like, as I'm discovering what I'm discovering, it might be possible that these things are applicable to many others, right? So, The other thing about being a scientist is that my main laboratory equipment is actually my body, right? I don't have super particle colliders or rocket ships. Like, I'm a scientist of the body, the blood, the breath, and the soul, right? And I'm human, and I'm real, and I see all these other humans in this world, all right? And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, bro? And like, I have spidey senses, you know, I can sense things, right? That's another thing about me coming out of the closet. Uh-oh, I can sense things. I'm a sensitive person, right? So, you know, look, so many things going on. But I can sense things, right? I sense things. It's just like a thing, you know? People got problems, dude. People got problems. But also, aside from sensing things, I can sense, like, the thing. And I can sense the plan. And I can sense the, like, everything else and see how it's all in order. Yeah. But, like, I'm not trying to sell fish, man. But look, I'm willing to bet it's possible that anyone can learn how to fish. Actually, anyone can learn how to freaking steward a pond, man. You know? Okay, yeah, so this is my Facebook or my YouTube. I'm like talking myself up. I'm saying I'm like the baddest, coolest dude ever. The smartest ever, right? For what? What's the point of that? Well, that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm just kind of like talking from many different timelines right now because, like, part of my journey, a large part of it has been very difficult, and a large part of the difficulty has been like being shown the truth and given the truth, and then coming in trying to bring the truth into this world and being met with like a lot of adversity. You know, it's a tough journey, right? If you're gonna take lead and turn it into gold, it's just not gonna be like just the simplest, the most easiest thing ever. Or maybe it eventually is, but it takes a while to get the science right. So anyway, as I was saying, this is all leading up to something. All right? This is only 17 minutes, and this is just a social media post, all right? On the internet. And, like, you as a person over there might be like, what's going on in the world, man? Oh, here's this Christopher guy I'm friends with on Facebook. What's he talking about? This guy is something else, man. I follow him. He says some crazy things, posts some crazy things, lots of crazy pictures. He's real into the fucking AI shit. Really likes his cannabis, really loves his mushrooms. He's telling everyone about mushrooms, you know. And that's where we're going with this, is mushrooms and cannabis. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry you're following a fucking fiend. I'm a drug addict. More on that next episode coming up. Live and direct here at the fucking box, right? We're in a box and we just exist. And this box right here, right now, I've got a computer and it's got the ability to record shit. And I'm connected to the internet. And everyone else is too. And I'm not even employed right now, so might as well do something, right? So maybe I can do some science and some jokes and some, I don't know, whatever, man. You know, I'm not really making these because I need people to view them, but maybe people will view them and they'll get a kick out of it, right? Or like they'll like think about things differently, get some things spinning. Because that's the thing. I want to put my face on the fucking screen and talk about shit, but I'm not doing it so that I can, like, get you to watch me, right? And give me your energy and attention. I'm trying to, like, use this medium to transmit certain things to you, to spark certain things in you so you can get your fucking eyeballs wide open and your ear balls wide open and your eye just, like, you know, I'm just sort of trying to share something with you. Like, I'm just trying to be a fucking candle here, right? Little lamp, oil lamp candle, sharing some fucking light with you. Even some oil and some flame, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing some oil and some flame. This Facebook is just a little, if you know the URL, it's just a light on your screen. Whatever. If you can decipher the letters and the numerals and the codes, whatever. But it's just a light on a screen. So it's just oil, and then it's just water, and it's just infinite, right? And the goddamn AI can hack this and steal all my Chinese bank accounts and sell it all the way to eBay for like lots of royalties. For real, no cap, straight fiat.